Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is July 8th, 2024 and Hansi Flick is reportedly in talks with Thiago Alcantara so he can join his staff. Also, Romeu's agent was in Barcelona today meeting with the club in regards to the future of his player. And finally, Joao Felix has set a deadline to figure out his future. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now I'll begin with the news that Hansi Flick is reportedly in talks with Thiago Alcantara in order to join his staff. Now, as reported in yesterday's video, the 33-year-old former Barcelona midfielder has officially announced his retirement from football. Alcantara is someone who came up through La Masia, one of the prodigies of La Masia, and someone who I would have loved to see him spend more time at Barcelona. But unfortunately, Bayern Munich ended up activating his clause and taking him to the Bundesliga under Pep Guardiola's orders. And Thiago Alcantara did had a pretty incredible career, which unfortunately was marred by a lot of injuries. And as such, the 33-year-old has officially announced his retirement from football. Now, it's reported that Hansi Flick is currently in talks with Thiago Alcantara so he can join his staff as one of the Barcelona coaches, because Hansi Flick believes that Thiago Alcantara will be a great addition to the team, given that Alcantara, A, does know Spanish, B, does know the Barcelona club inside and out since he did come up through the academy and spent some time as a player as well. And finally, because Hansi Flick believes that Thiago Alcantara has the potential of being a good coach and as such would like to incorporate him on his team. And of course, as we know, Hansi Flick did coach Thiago Alcantara when he was at Bayern Munich, so he's very familiar with what the player could offer as far as his technical abilities. Now, we don't know that Thiago Alcantara will answer the call from Barcelona or from Flick, to be more specific. We know that Alcantara would like to spend more time with his family, but again, on the other hand, when Barcelona calls, most people do answer. Now, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think as Thiago Alcantara is one of Hansi Flick's assistant coaches? Would you like to see him in that position? Would you not? Let me know down below in the comments section. Now, more news, because today, Romeu's agent was seen in the city of Barcelona meeting with the club's executives in order to discuss the future of his player. Now, as you know, Romeu would like to go back to Girona, where he had a pretty successful season before his move to Barcelona. We know that Girona would also like to have Romeu back in their team. In fact, they made that very clear throughout the past season. And even though Barcelona were counting on sending Romeu back to Girona for around 3 million euros, which is what Barcelona paid for the player when they signed him, today, his agent met with the club in order to transmit some bad news, because it seems that Girona, yes, they do want Romeu back. However, they're only going to do it if he joins the club on a free basis. Now, it seems that Girona are looking to take advantage of Barcelona's financial situation. They know that Barcelona need to offload players in order to clear space on their wage bill for the incoming new ones. So they're looking to take advantage of that, and they're saying, yes, we want Romeu, but only if he comes for free, which in my opinion, I think is a pretty crappy move by Girona, a club who is, a fellow Catalan club that plays in the same region, a club that supposedly has good relationship with Barcelona. So pretty crappy move on their side. We'll see how Barcelona will answer, but just know that Romeu's agent has transmitted to the club that Girona are still interested, but they're only interested if Romeu joins them on a free basis. Now, we will end today's video with the news that Joao Felix has set a deadline to figure out his future. Now, we know that the Portuguese player would like to stay in Barcelona for another season. Barcelona would like to have Joao Felix for another season, but only on a simple loan, so no option or obligations to buy. They're not looking to pay a loan fee. As such, Joao Felix is not really a priority for the club. Barcelona would rather wait until the final days of the market to see if they can sign Joao Felix once again on a simple loan, kind of taking advantage of Atletico Madrid getting desperate because they do need to offload the player. The player doesn't want to be there, and El Cholo Simeone doesn't want the player to be there either. But it seems that it is going to be bad news for Joan Laporta, who would like to have Joao Felix on the squad, because Joao Felix has set a deadline on when he wants his future resolved. Now, it seems that the Portuguese player has set a deadline of July 27th. So that's when he would like to have his future resolved. He doesn't want to wait until the final days of the summer transfer market to figure out his future. He would also prefer to skip having to report to the preseason with Atletico Madrid, because it doesn't make sense to do the preseason with a team that you're not going to be on for the next season. So as such, he has set the deadline of July 27th, which again, it's bad news for Barcelona, who would like to sign him on loan, because Barcelona were hoping to wait until the final days of the market. But to me, it's great news, because as I've said many times before, I would not like to see Joao Felix on the team once again. Now, Joao Felix does have some options. As we know, Benfica are currently negotiating with Atletico Madrid. They're willing to offer around 30 million euros for 50% of the rights of the player. There's also Aston Villa, who would like to take the player on a one-season loan with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. And we know that Joao Felix is currently prioritizing joining Benfica, because that's where he kind of got his start, or his stardom. That's where he was very happy. So it looks like he would prioritize going to Benfica over Aston Villa. But overall, of course, he would prioritize Barcelona, but he doesn't want to wait until the final days. So he has set a deadline of July 27th to resolve his future. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with Joao Felix. Again, I really hope he doesn't come to Barcelona. I think he underperformed incredibly when he was here at Barca. But again, I am curious to hear what you guys' thoughts and opinions. What do you think is going to happen with Joao? Where is he going to end up? Would you like to see him at Barcelona or not? Let me know down below in the comment section. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do the podcast earlier today. Lots of great news in that podcast. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check it out. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And as always, peace, Barca.